and welcome. I'm Miss Aker. I'm so glad you're in class with me today. I want to start with our Brain Smart Start, some breathing to help us get calm and ready for learning. So stand up with your legs kind of shoulder width apart. Put your shoulders back, be proud, put your chest to the sun. And you're gonna put your finger out in front of you and you're gonna draw a square or a box. We're gonna be reading a story called Not a Box. So we're gonna do some box or square breathing. So we're gonna go across, breathe in, hold it, go down, breathe out. Go across, breathe in, hold it at that corner, and then let it out. Go across, breathe in, and then go down, hold it, breathe in, and then breathe out. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. I'm feeling really calm and ready to get started reading with you today. Welcome to Reading Corner. We've been learning about writers this week, and today we're going to be reading a story called Not a Box. And in this story, this little bunny is very creative. And I think one thing that a lot of writers have in common is that they're creative and they think outside the box. That's a phrase that means they think differently. So let's read this story today to see all the different ways that this is not a box. Not a box. He's dragging the box over, pushing the box, and someone says, "Why are you sitting in a box?" And the bunny says, "It's not a box. What is it?" "A race car." He's imagining that it's a race car. The person says, "What are you doing on top of that box?" "What do you think he's doing?" The rabbit says, "Help me. It's not a box." Rabbit Peak made it to the top of the mountain. "Why are you squirting a box?" What do you think the bunny is pretending? I said, "It's not a box." He's pretending to be a firefighter putting out the fire. The person says, "Now you're wearing a box?" What do you think the bunny's pretending? This is not a box. It's a rabbit bot. Hello. Are you still standing around in that box? The bunny's shaking his little head. It's not a box. It's a pirate ship. It's a hot air balloon. It's on top of an elephant. It's a little boat. Well, what is it then? Oh, there's no word, so read the picture. Looks like the bunny is thinking. It's my not a box. And here they've drawn a spaceship going into the solar system. That's so neat. Bye, Earth. Blast off. Wow, that bunny sure had a lot of creative ideas. When you're playing with a box, maybe you'll pretend some of the things are what the bunny was pretending. And I thought today, since we're working on our writing, we could get creative with our drawing and try to make a box not a box. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so ask your grown-up or a friend or someone in your house to draw a box on a piece of paper and then pick it up and turn it every which way until you get an idea for something you can draw. Here's some examples of ones that I worked on. So here's one. I thought that it looked like a camera And you can see that this girl is taking a picture with the camera. It's not a box, it's a camera. Or what about this one? I imagine that the box was a door to an airplane, and this plane is flying in the sky. So let's look at this one together and think about, what could this be? If you turn it different ways, sometimes it helps you kind of get ideas. I know, what if we draw some sort of train? And this is a car on the train. So let me see, we're gonna need I'm gonna use this marker instead. We are gonna need some wheels on this train, but a train isn't just one car, a train is many cars. So I'm gonna draw another train car, and it's gonna go off the page. Let's draw some wheels. And we learned in another lesson how we can use shapes, and that's what we're doing right here. We're using different shapes. Now, I feel like there's all different kinds of trains. There's subway trains, there's trains that move things from place to place, and then there's another kind of train that goes really fast called a bullet train. So I'm gonna use a triangle to sort of make the front of a bullet train. Yeah, it goes really fast, and that's where people sit up front there. So I'll make like a little window for them, and they're saying, hello, out the window. And it's going this way. So I think we need to put our train on something. Need some tracks to go on. So I'm gonna draw a big rectangle here. And then I might draw some windows that are also rectangles. And you can see how I took my box and I made it not a box. Now it's a train car, or a big train with many cars taking people to the next place they want to go. And maybe I can add in some clouds in the sky. I like to make birds like M's like that. All right, so there's my not a box. It is a train. What will you create with your box? I hope you liked the story today called Not a Box, and also have fun creating your not a box drawing. I'm excited now. I'm gonna write a story to go with this picture. It's gonna be about going on a train ride. I can't wait. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.
Kindergarten is great at Kansas City Public Schools.
I know they have really good teachers. I know this is a great school.
They teach them stuff that I thought my kids would never be able to know at the age of 5.
Since deciding to send our kiddos to a neighborhood school, we've become even more of a part of our community.
Now is the time to enroll your future kindergartner for the new school year. Visit enrollkc.org today.
Good morning, friends, and welcome back. I'm Mrs. Gordon, and I am so glad you are here with me today to learn new things. We have been talking about animal habitats. We created a habitat for the desert, and now I want to talk about the ocean, marine life. Today, we are going to make a ocean slime with our animals. This is where our animals live in the water. So if you have materials today where you can make slime, let's grab those and let's get started. Today we are going to make our ocean habitat. I'm choosing to use a plastic bag. You can choose to use a container or anything that you feel will hold all of your materials properly. To make our habitat first, I'm going to use some glue. This is a clear glue, but you also can have a colored glue that also has the glitter or anything you want inside it. So I'm squeezing all of my glue into my plastic bag to start my habitat. Make sure you get as much as you can out of it. This helps make the consistency of our slime very well to make sure we have a good habitat. Once you use what you think is best for the glue, you can add some color. Since ocean life is in the sea, or again, some type of salt water, I chose to use blue. So I'm gonna put a few drops of blue food coloring in my habitat. It will change colors once we mix it all together. I wanna add some glitter, just a little bit. Under the ocean, there can be different things that might cause a shininess. So just a little bit to have fun. And then I need some contact solution, or I've heard people use also laundry detergent that makes it smell good. I'm just gonna put some drops in here to help the consistency of our slime. And then I need baking soda. Baking soda will help it thicken up our slime so it can be thicker and easy to handle. I only need 1 tablespoon. Once I have everything I want into my habitat, I'm just gonna put a little water. What's an ocean without water, right? Just a little bit to see if that works. I'm gonna zip my bag. Now you're gonna kind of like massage it in there. Move it around to get all your ingredients mixed up. It's starting to look like the ocean. It looks like it feels like it's at a very good consistency as well. I'm gonna flatten it out a little bit and rub it around. I love this color. Most oceans have a blue or green tint to them. How does your slime look? Mine looks like it looks very well. I am pleased with the texture, and I am mixing all of my ingredients that are put into our habitat. It is starting to look like an ocean. So once I have all of my ingredients mixed together, what's in habitat without the animals? Now, we talked about how the ocean has different animals, and I have a few here of my own. I think first I want to stick my starfish inside of my habitat. Make sure in your habitat you are able to put it together where it's visible to you. So I'm gonna put it right there. Our starfish is now in the ocean. What else lives in the ocean? I have a lobster. It almost looks like a crab. I'm gonna stick my lobster right in there to live with the starfish. Remember, most of these animals have to live under the water to survive. This is their home. Now I have a little sea turtle. The sea turtle usually hatches on the sand in the beach before it moves to the ocean. The ocean is its home. Then I have a dolphin. Have you ever seen a dolphin before? Dolphins live in the ocean as well. You might get a little messy. That's what slime is for. And then I have this is a stingray. Have you ever seen a stingray? I remember I have felt one before. Their skin is actually smooth. They live in the ocean as well. How is your habitat looking? Did you choose blue as ocean water or did you choose a different color? Then I have more fish. This is a whale. I'm gonna kind of push it in there and then move it down deep into our ocean. I have another dolphin. Dolphins are mammals and they're pretty smart too. Have you ever heard a dolphin try to talk? They are special creatures. And then I have another whale. This one has a different mouth to it. Whales can be classified as different things, different species, depending on how they look. I'm gonna zip my bag back so my sea animals can stay in their habitat. How does your habitat look? Here is my stingray in the ocean, my starfish in the ocean. I have my dolphin. Here's the sea turtle. I have my other whale and 2 fish and the dolphin right there. When you smash it and move it around, your animals can move in their habitat in the ocean. This is an ocean habitat. You did such great work creating another ocean habitat today. I hope you had so much fun making slime. Remember, it's super easy. Grab a nearest adult, have them get those materials for you, and show them how you can create an ocean habitat. We have our different animals such as whales, crabs, sea stars that you can be able to stick into your ocean habitat and have fun doing it. Until next time, I wish you well.
Welcome to Hartman Elementary School. My name is Dr. Jessie Kirksey, and I'm principal of this fine school. We are dedicated to providing our boys and girls an education of the finest quality. We nurture and we care. We have 3 focuses here at Hartman School: attendance, achievement, and attitude. We are child-centered. We ask our community and our parents every year to join hands with us to help us provide an education of the finest quality for our junior citizens, and they are doing this. Welcome to Hartman School, and we know that you will enjoy this virtual tour. Our mission at John T. Hartman Elementary School is to create a safe and nurturing environment where all children can become lifelong learners. Our responsibility is to lead, encourage, and provide the opportunity for all students to reach their full potential and be productive in our diverse and global society. We begin our educational journey with our preschool program. This is where we begin to cut the apron strings as our young scholars learn how to listen, work, and play together with teachers and classmates. Our preschool environment sets the tone for learning daily routines, a peek at this big, wide, wonderful world in which we live, and begins to build the foundation for future learning opportunities. It is a full-day program. Our kindergarten program continues to lay the foundation for reading, writing, exploring, and problem solving. We believe to be successful in any space, scholars must have strong reading, writing, and math skills. Our kindergarten scholars learn over 100 sight words throughout the year. Our teachers incorporate strategies to develop student literacy. We also partner with organizations such as Lead to Read and Literacy KC. These organizations, along with their volunteers, help promote fun and engaging learning environments. Our vision at John T. Hartman Elementary School is to create a collaborative learning community that is caring, nurturing, respectful, and safe, while passionately developing academic and social excellence for all. Our collaborative community will fight passionately and gracefully to prepare lifelong learners to compete in society. Hartman offers digital devices for all of our scholars. Scholars feel a sense of control over their education while developing a 21st century skill set. We offer iSpark, or STEM, along with art, music, physical education, and library. Students have access to interactive tools to open a world of science, technology, and math using hands-on curriculum. We offer a variety of activities and clubs to inspire and motivate our primary and intermediate scholars. Our Hartman Gems, our girls, and gents, our young men, are special groups of scholars who have exhibited leadership, respect for others, and a sense of purpose. We also have our newspaper club, our drama club, Girl Scouts, and Boy Scouts, offer free before and after school care in partnership with Link. We believe that our parents are the first and best teachers of their youngsters. We ask our parents to join hands with us as we provide an education of the finest quality for the best scholars in the nation. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any questions or if you would like a personal tour, please call us at 816-418-1750. We would like for you to become a part of our Hartman family.
Hey, Kansas City, how about some amazing pumpkin pie? What do you think of that? Hey Kansas City, it's Chef Tom at the Cardinal Cafe in beautiful downtown Kansas City. Guess what? It's getting on toward Thanksgiving, so I was thinking maybe we should go ahead and make a pumpkin pie. You can see there are not a lot of ingredients to pumpkin pie. I mean, we've got some eggs, some heavy cream, some sugar, butter, nutmeg, cinnamon, some vanilla, and some pumpkin pack. Now here's an interesting thing. You can make this into a sweet potato pie just as easily by getting rid of the pumpkin and putting in sweet potatoes. You know, just as you would cook the pumpkin, you'd cook the sweet potatoes. Cook them down, get yourself a couple cups of mashed up sweet potatoes. Boom, get rid of the pumpkin, you got sweet potato pie. Okay? We're gonna start out today with getting our eggs into our bowl. When we're cracking eggs, what's the first thing we do? We check them. We never go directly into our mixing bowl with our eggs, just in case we get a shell in there or a bad egg, okay? We always have to make sure they look good. Of course, this guy, number 1's looking good. Get number 2 in there. Oh yeah, perfect. Just like downtown. Okay, but you always want to take a little look around and make sure that there's no shell, that you've got a perfect egg. We're gonna go right in there, okay? Now, once our eggs are in there, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get some butter in. Okay, our butter is nice and soft because we need to have this butter soft when we start. Have a look at that. Just really nice soft butter. You know, we left it sit out for most of the day today. Now, at this point, I like to go ahead and add my pumpkin in now because I've got some nice stuff in there that I can work on some consistency with. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this pumpkin in here. We're just gonna start to give this a nice little mix up, okay? And break down these yolks. Now, quite honestly, some people do this in the mixer. It doesn't bother me to do it by hand. A lot of my students, when we're making biscuits or cake mix or pancakes, they want to know why we don't use the mixer. Well, the fact of the matter is I find it very easy to overmix things with the mixer. And when I'm doing it just by hand, I just seem to get a better end result. Here comes our heavy cream in. Now, once we start to incorporate this, we're actually going to switch over to our whisk. Okay? But we're going to get all this heavy cream started so we don't have too sloshy of a product once we get that whip going, okay? Yeah, we're starting to get a nice color here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna scrape off our spatula with our whip. Some call it a whisk. Whisk, whip, doesn't really matter. Now, we're gonna start getting this guy going a little. You can see that there's little tiny chunks of butter in there. I'm all right with that. Now, we're gonna go ahead with our cinnamon and our nutmeg. And this nutmeg, we went ahead and we ground actually from the nut of the nutmeg. We've got just a little half teaspoon of each. That's just fine. Now, while those give off a really nice holiday smell, you can really smell that nutmeg and that cinnamon in there. We're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna add our vanilla and our sugar. Okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you, me personally, I can make a pie crust pretty quick. You know, pie crust is pretty easy. It's a little flour, a little butter, a little cold water, okay, a little sugar. But guess what? Today, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a Pillsbury ready to go pie crust. I'm gonna reach back and grab one of our spatulas because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this in the pie crust. We're just gonna take our time. You can see that we still got a little bit of butter floating around in there, which is just fine. Because as we bake, that butter is gonna break down. Now, before this guy goes in the oven, we're just gonna drop him down a couple of times, not real hard. We just wanna work out a little bit of air from this pie mix. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna get this baby in the oven, but guess what? When we come back, we've got a real treat. We're gonna make some homemade whipped cream. We'll be right back.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor and be an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
Hey Kansas City, I don't know about you, but when I'm having pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, the one thing I really love on my pumpkin pie is some whipped cream. And we're gonna make some whipped cream right now. And one of the first things you wanna make sure you do is to make sure that your bowl is nice and icy cold that you're making your whipped cream with. We're gonna get this guy on here, okay? And this is the whip attachment that we're gonna use, okay? And get him in there. Now, our bowl is locked in tight. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna raise our mixer. We're gonna put in our cream. Yeah, very nice, bright white whipping cream. Always gonna need heavy whipping cream. And just like your bowl, you're gonna want it icy cold. Now, we're just gonna let it start moving around that bowl, okay? This process is gonna take us 6-7 minutes, somewhere in there. But from what we're doing right now, we're just moving this whipped cream around. We're trying to incorporate some air. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure that you've had whipped cream out of the tub, out of the can, stuff like that. This whipped cream, you will never believe the difference. And it's so easy. It is so easy. So right now our whipped cream's just moving around. We're gonna increase our speed a little to incorporate a little more air. We've got our powdered sugar right here. Once our whipped cream starts to tighten up a little, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some of that powdered sugar. And the fact of the matter is that we're gonna be tasting this 2-3 times to make sure that we're hitting our flavor profile and our sweetness for this whipped cream. Okay, some people like whipped cream very, very sweet. I'm okay with it not quite as sweet. So it's very funny whenever I make it, people are like, could you put in a little more sugar? So that's the whipped cream we're gonna attempt tonight, is a little sweeter whipped cream. As this is mixing, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab our vanilla. And really, I like to put in about a teaspoon. Now, if you come up with that camera, you can see that we are starting to thicken up a little. And we're just gonna watch it and let it go. And that's just it. You can't be in a hurry for this. If you're in a hurry, you're gonna whip it on too high a speed. And do you know what happens when you whip whipped cream too much? You get butter. You may as well throw some salt in there and put it on buns. But for this, we're not gonna get that far. We're gonna have amazing whipped cream that goes on our pie. And right now, it's getting pretty nice. You can start to see some ridges in there. And so, you know, in the next minute or so, we're gonna be there. So it's almost time to start adding some sugar. And we're gonna stop this guy for 1 minute. And we're just gonna show you on a spoon that it's starting to get thicker, okay? So we're gonna go ahead for just another minute or so before we start to add our powdered sugar. And this is kind of like watching paint dry. You know, you just can't be in a hurry, you gotta take your time. And right now is when I wanna start adding some sugar to this because it's looking good. I'm just gonna take my spatula and get a couple drops of sugar in there. We're gonna start with about 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And this is powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar. This is not just cane sugar. I don't know if I mentioned that to start or not, but this is powdered sugar. Now, our whipped cream is coming together so nice. We've got less than a minute, but this is gonna be our opportunity to stop our mixer and get in there and take a little taste. Wow, look at that, that looks nice. Okay, I love it right where it's at, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put in a little more sugar because I know that there are some people that like it just a little sweeter than I do. So we'll go in with another 1/2 cup. And the thing is, if you come over and look, this whipped cream, we're gonna whip it for about 20 more seconds. And we're gonna shut her down. That's it. We're gonna go ahead and lower it on our post. And we're gonna pop it off of here. I just want you to have a look at how nice that is. And that's absolutely beautiful whipped cream. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our whipped cream in the cooler just to make sure that our peaks stay nice and stiff. And we're gonna get that pie out of the oven. And guess what? We're gonna cut up some pumpkin pie. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor and be an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
All right, Kansas City, so I've got to come true with you. This pie looks amazing, but I did not just pull this pie out of the oven because actually pumpkin pie is going to take about 55 to 60 minutes to bake. And while it's baking, this beautiful pumpkin filling is going to come up almost like a souffle. It's going to come up about this high above your pie crust. And then when it cools down, it's going to go ahead and level out. Okay, so this has been in the refrigerator for a couple of hours because there's no way that you can serve pumpkin pie right out of the oven. You have to let it rest, you have to let it cool. Okay, so that's exactly what we've done with this. And the fact of the matter is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dish this up in just a minute or two. But here's the thing. Earlier I was talking about sweet potato pie versus pumpkin pie. Myself, I find either one of them amazing. I love sweet potato pie. And I actually, growing up in Wisconsin, had never ever heard of sweet potato pie until I moved to Missouri, to Kansas City. And when I worked on the private rail cars, I worked with a guy named Bob Wheeler. And the first time he made sweet potato pie, I was hooked. And this guy makes the best sweet potato pie I've ever had. And he did. He taught me the secrets to it. And that's why I make my pie interchangeable, because my pumpkin pie is really his sweet potato pie recipe with pumpkin. Okay? I have to give credit where credit's due. I cannot lie to you, Kansas City. So, let's give this baby a cut and see what it looks like. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous here because it's always something special to do this right on live TV after you make the pie. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is some gorgeous pumpkin pie. I am so happy right now. I tell you what, the only thing that's gonna make this pumpkin pie any better is a big old slather of whipped cream. So let me run over and grab that whipped cream. I'll be right back. Oh, am I happy? So remember, just a few minutes ago, we went ahead and we whipped up this cream. We put in about 1.25 cups of powdered sugar to 1 quart of heavy cream and a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, look at that. That whipped cream is so nice and thick. And I don't know about you, but my Uncle John always said that all pie was something to hold his whipped cream. And he would put a lot on there. I tell you what, Kansas City, this is by far one of my favorite pies to make. Super easy, super delicious. My wife loves it, so I make a lot of it. Hey, Kansas City, you know, I always get a little nostalgic at the holidays. You know, as you get a little older, you remember the past and how much fun you had. For us, it was my grandmother's house. You know, she had 8 kids and all 8 of them would show up with their families at the house, and the house would be loud. There'd be the adult table that was all set up gorgeous. There'd be the kids' tables. And the fact of the matter is that there would be turkey and dressing and green bean casserole and dinner rolls and always 2 and 3 different kinds of pie. And the fact of the matter is that this holiday season, no matter what's happening, make some time for your family. You know, mend some bridges that are burned, do what you need to do, but don't let your family go without letting them how you feel this holiday season. Because I'm going to tell you what, this pie specifically reminds me of when I was a kid watching my mom make pie. And, you know, you get into this tradition, and especially for our family's very French, and pumpkin pie was not necessarily something French. We did a lot of traditional meat pies and things like that, and this is something my mother brought to the table. So I'm just saying, I hope you have a great holiday season, and realistically, I'm going to tell you what, for me, it's time for me to make sure that this pie is suitable for everybody in my family, because I love pie. And guess what? I love whipped cream too. So let's give this a try. Make sure it's good, as if there's any question in the world. Now, tell you what. Look at that. When you can stab your fork into pumpkin pie and it stays on the fork, it's right. Oh man. Kansas City, best pumpkin pie ever. Go enjoy your holiday. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hello, we're happy to have you visit Carver. We are a dual language school where our students become truly bilingual and biliterate.
Welcome to Carver Dual Language.
Hola, bienvenido al primer grado en Carver. Welcome to first grade in Carver. In kindergarten and first grade, all students learn to read and write in Spanish.
Welcome to 4th grade at Carver. In 4th grade, our students have the opportunity to join our robotics team. Our students work together on a community project and learn to code a robot's movements.
By 6th grade, Carver students are truly bilingual and biliterate. Students can fluently speak, read, and write in both Spanish and English. Carver students move on to much success in middle school, high school, and beyond.
We celebrate Hispanic heritage throughout the year at Carver Dual Language. Each year, students develop a plan to make goods to develop and to sell at our mercado. This is our annual fall market that classes have booths that students come together and sell their items that they've created. Staff, community members, family, parents, grandparents, all can come together, buy the goods, and celebrate Hispanic heritage together.
In Carver, we have an involved PTA where parents and families can be part of our school community.
Thank you for joining us on this tour. If you would like to schedule a personal tour or learn more about our school, please call 816-418-4925.
Welcome to East High School. My name is Louis Sinahosa, and I am the principal. I'm looking forward for you to learn all about our East Bears, and thank you for taking the time to visit with us.
At East, we serve students in 9th through 12th grades. We first opened our doors in 1924 to serve high school students on the east side of Kansas City. With more than 50 plus languages and countries represented at our school, East is one of the largest and most diverse high schools in Kansas City. Our mission is to ensure each student reaches his or her fullest potential as a learner. With literacy as our focus, our goal is for all students to be successful and gain valuable experience throughout their high school career. After graduation, our students go on to be successful in either college or the career of their choice. We put a focus on learning through a 21st century lens. To prepare students for life beyond high school, we have specific college and career pathways which include agriculture, health science and bioscience, nursing, engineering, teaching EMT, law and public safety, construction, barber and cosmetology, computer science, culinary, and more. Students can graduate with their industry-recognized credential in their chosen pathway and have job options upon graduation. East offers traditional high school classes, advanced placement, and dual credit courses. In addition, we offer Early College Academy, where students attend Metropolitan Community College, Penn Valley, where they can graduate with both their high school diploma and associate's degree. We welcome immigrants and refugees into our school. With a high level of English language learners, or ELL students start in small group instruction to help them quickly get up to speed with their counterparts. They will have ongoing ELL support to ensure they are successful throughout high school. Along with a high-level academic rigor, East also offers a wide range of sports, clubs, and other activities. Our soccer teams have become some of the most dominant programs in their division. Plus, many of our scholar athletes have earned scholarships to play their given sport at the collegiate level in soccer, football, volleyball, and more. We have something for everyone in our school. Students can be part of junior ROTC, art, instrumental and vocal music, or take a variety of electives. Plus, we offer activities including bike club, dance, debate, newspaper, student council, yearbook, and more. At East High, we believe each student has untapped potential. Students have opportunities to visit colleges, universities, and other post-secondary institutions, as well as participate in job shadowing and internships related to their career interests.
Thank you for visiting. We hope you enjoyed the tour. If you want to learn more about East, please call us at 816-418-3125. Go Bears.
Hello, we're happy to have you visit Carver. We are a dual language school where our students become truly bilingual and biliterate.
Welcome to Carver Dual Language.
Hola, bienvenido al primer grado en Carver. Welcome to first grade in Carver. In kindergarten and first grade, all students learn to read and write in Spanish.
Welcome to 4th grade at Carver. In 4th grade, our students have the opportunity to join our robotics team. Our students work together on a community project and learn to code a robot's movements.
By 6th grade, Carver students are truly bilingual and biliterate. students can fluently speak, read, and write in both Spanish and English. Carver students move on to much success in middle school, high school, and beyond.
We celebrate Hispanic heritage throughout the year at Carver Dual Language. Each year, students develop a plan to make goods to develop and to sell at our Mercado. This is our annual fall market that classes have booths that students come together and sell their items that they've created. Staff, community members, family, parents, grandparents, all can come together, buy the goods, and celebrate Hispanic heritage together.
In Carver, we have an involved PTA where parents and families can be part of our school community.
Thank you for joining us on this tour. If you would like to schedule a personal tour or learn more about our school, please call 816-418-4925.